This is a Hot Pie Original. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the DNP-CD Sports Podcast presented by OddsShark. I'm Chad Fisher alongside my co-host, Tony Farmer. Tony, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing awesome today, man. You know, Chad, that I grew up 49er fan, so I'm obsessed with all things 49ers. And today, we've got an active member of the roster, Mohamed Sanu, and I can't wait to ask him about Trey Lance and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, man, it's an exciting interview because this is a guy we've been wanting to interview for a long time. When we started researching him and everything like that, the more we started to like him and everything. So this is going to be a great interview. Looking forward to asking him about some of his time with Tom Brady, what he sees from Trey Lance, what he expects for the season coming up. And it's going to be interesting, man. I'm really excited about this. We've been geeking out about this for a while, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys.
Yeah. So what also is a lot of fun is making some money on placing some bets online, right?
Yeah, buddy.
So OddsShark is your source for the latest odds from leading authorities, expert editorial content, the hottest sports news, and detailed matchup picks. Looking for statistics and trends for an upcoming game? OddsShark has that too, and it's free. In-depth expert analysis, odds, and trends to help you make the sharp game day picks. They got decades of stats in their databases, and their insiders give you takes so hot they sizzle. That's hot. They're your one-stop shop for all your odds info on sports and pop culture events. Want to get a better understanding of the odds and the math behind the numbers, how the line is set, why the lines move during the week on the NFL odds list? OddsShark will give you all the tools you need. They're a proven industry powerhouse. OddsShark has info from around the globe, giving you the chance to access the best sports odds on the planet. Whether you want to check out tonight's football odds, this week's hockey or basketball trends, or anything in between, head on over to OddsShark and start thinking like a shark today.
Yeah, man, we love OddsShark.
Yeah.
We're actually going to talk a little bit more about OddsShark to end the show as well.
Yeah. They're a go-to resource for the DNP-CD Sports Podcast because you get all that information right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to be searching around for a bunch of different lines going from site to site. You're yelling at your kids because they spilled mayonnaise on the damn couch and shit. You know what I'm saying? You forget what the hell you're doing. You don't even know what's going on. Next thing you know, you're placing a $3,000 bet on the Redskins to win the Super Bowl, and that's probably not going to hit. I'm going to be honest with you, So now we're going to get into our betting segment presented by OddsShark. We're going to look at the AFC South. And NFL futures, trying to see who you can put some money down on. We got Houston at plus 900. That's where they opened at anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, now they're at plus 2,500, all the way down to plus 1,800. You got Indianapolis at plus 130, all the way down to plus 110, and they're also minus 105 on Bet Now.
About even money on Indy. Okay.
Yeah. Jacksonville is they opened at plus 1,300. They're now at plus 700. All the way up to plus 1,000. And then Tennessee is minus 120. That's what they opened at. And now they're at plus 115 all the way down to plus 105. So there's some interesting numbers in there. Yeah. Tennessee is a good team. Indianapolis, we got Carson Wentz this year. Are they going to make a step up? I think everyone's going to stay away from Houston. But Jacksonville, who knows? Maybe they're a sleeper. Somehow they get, Trevor Lawrence has a great year, and that's not an extremely strong division. There's one or two injuries in there. You can see Jacksonville winning that easily. I mean, not easily, but I'm saying it wouldn't be a huge surprise.
I mean, like you said, it wouldn't be a huge surprise. You've got to go with Indy and Tennessee as the betting favorites. And I think Tennessee is going to be really popular with the addition of Julio Jones, of course. Yeah. But what I like about the Jaguars is we don't know what Trevor Lawrence is going to bring. Yeah. Okay. Remember like Cam Newton's rookie year? When that dude just took over the league, fantasy football wise, I mean, the Panthers were dominant. Yeah. I could see something like that happening with Trevor Lawrence.
You never know.
If it does, and they're in the running with 2 or 3 weeks left, and you've got an opportunity to hedge on a 10-1 bet, that's going to feel pretty good.
Yeah, and like I said, an injury or two could throw that division into chaos. Tennessee, if Tannehill goes down or Derrick Henry goes down, you never know what could happen. Or if Tannehill just doesn't perform up to the standards that a lot of people have set for him in the last few years. Maybe he has he has a down year. He regresses back to his days with the Dolphins or whatnot. So that's an interesting bet to get on. And if I were you, I'd go on there, play some money down, whatever you're feeling. If you're looking at Jacksonville, or if you think Indianapolis can stay healthy, you think Carson Wentz is going to have a big year, a big bounce back year, go ahead and put some money down on them. But head on over to oddshark.com. They got all this information right in front of you. You don't have to go searching around and everything like that. It's right there at your fingertips, and it's a great resource to have. So make sure you check out oddshark.com. And with that, we're going to get into the interview with Mohamed Sanu Sr. All right, our guest today was a third-round pick of the Cincinnati Bengals. He played his college ball at Rutgers, where he was first team All-Big East in 2011. That season, he had 115 receptions for over 1,200 yards. In the NFL, he's also played for the Falcons, Patriots, Lions, and is currently a San Francisco 49er. While in the NFL, he's amassed 420 receptions for more than 4,600 yards and 27 receiving touchdowns. Please welcome to the DNP-CD Sports Podcast, Mohamed Sanu Sr. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, man. So I want to get right to it. So, dude, I saw on Twitter recently that hilarious video of you cracking on Trey Lance for pulling up to practice in an Impala. That was hilarious, man. I think what's going to be even funnier is after he gets his first check, he pulls up in a Hyundai with like some Walmart rims or something like that. You got to crack on him some more, man. we want to get a follow-up, too. We want to see what he does pull up in when he gets that first check, man.
Yeah, I got to see. He was being a smart kid. He ran in the car from the rental place.
Yeah.
That's what I would have did, too, especially if you're holding it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Training.
For sure.
Your responsibility as a veteran to give him a hard time about that, though, right?
Of course. You're a top 3 pick. Bust your chops.
Yeah, right.
We wanted to ask you about Trey because I saw that you've been spending a lot of time with him in the offseason. And, man, you've caught passes from some of the best quarterbacks of all time, really. I mean, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, Carson Palmer. I mean, if anybody knows what it takes to be a good quarterback, it's you. So what can you tell us about what you've seen so far from Trey Lance?
The thing about Trey is he's a very hardworking kid. He listens. Very diligent, and he's the type of kid that puts in the extra work. I just love his energy. You could tell, like, when the way he comes in the room, he has so much charisma, and he just has that it factor. It's cool to see. Such a young kid, but still, he has a special talent. So as long as it's just up for him, to keep working every day, do his thing, and his opportunity to come when it comes.
When you say that it factor, can you break that down for us a little bit? What are the special sort of things that you're seeing that, I don't know, might be a little bit rare for someone his age?
Just the way he goes and out on the field, he's confident. The confidence that he has and throws that he's making. And then when he doesn't get it right, he's eager to learn and fix it immediately. And that's something that's very, very important especially for a quarterback position.
Yeah, definitely. Mo, we see you getting stretched out and everything like that right now. Taking care of your body. We want to know how you're feeling right now. Unfortunately, you've had some injuries in the last couple of years. How's your body responded to camp? And we've heard that you're in great shape, and obviously you're not taking any days off, obviously, right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling wonderful. I've been, going hard every day, actually. I have a very intense schedule, and I stick to it. I see LaToya every day. She comes same time every day after my morning session, and usually I have a session after this, but it's pouring down, so we kind of had to push it off. But I have an intense schedule, and in order to do what I want to do and be successful for the team, I need to be in the best shape that I've ever been in, and that's my type of mindset that I have. Yeah,
definitely. Your offensive coordinator in San Francisco is a guy that you're super familiar with your time from your time in Atlanta, Mike McDaniel. He said that you came to camp with something to prove. You've had a really, really good NFL career. What else do you want to prove to everybody?
Just let them know who I am. People may say whatever they may say, and I don't really care. I really don't. But at the same time, I want to prove my son right. Because he's the guy that every time he tells me, he's like, oh, my dad's the best. My dad is this. And, kids are kids. They show the love for their dads. But my kid's kind of different. He's a special kind of kid. He understands the game a lot more than a lot of people do. And I put his routes up against anybody's for real.
Yeah, that was a question I wanted to ask you, brother, because me and my girlfriend watched that video of you and Junior on your Twitter, man. That stuff was adorable, man. Well, I want to know, how's he looking, brother? How's his routes coming along?
Listen, he might got the best routes.
Oh, for real?
Better routes. Yeah, man. The kid's routes is amazing. He's a smart kid. He has that ability to see something done and mimic it. Kind of like I have the same thing. But he has that ability to see something done and mimic it without anybody teaching him or telling him. He watches me a lot, and he just mimics and does everything that I do.
He's a natural, man.
He's a natural. He's a special kid.
We know he's got it in his blood for sure, man. Hey, when we landed you for this interview, we were real excited to have you on. I reached out to Grant Cohn, who writes for SI and was at some of the 49ers practices. And I was like, hey, how's Mohamed looking at practice? And he said he was the MVP of the day. That day that I reached out, you had 5 catches in practice. So I know you're feeling good. But what I want to know is, how do you compare how you feel this offseason to how you felt in off seasons in the past?
I would say this is the best that I felt physically.
Oh, wow.
Ever felt in my entire life. Not just saying that just because that's what everybody says, it's because it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I've put in a lot of work, diligent work, to make sure my body, mind, everything's focused in one. I've been doing a lot of mental training, physical training, just having my focus being even more focused, if that makes sense. Like being more diligent in everything I do, being intentional with how I do things. And it's been shown. It's been
you noticed a big difference, I'm sure. But Mo, you're not just a wide receiver. You're a straight up athlete. You won the Paul Hornung Award in college for versatility. You punted, you ran the ball, you've thrown touchdown passes to AJ Green, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, even Andy Dalton caught a touchdown pass from you. In your career, you're 7 of 8 passing with 4 touchdowns, and you have an unbelievable 158.3 passer rating. First of all, I want to know, you're 7 of 8. I want to know who dropped that incompletion, because I know that wasn't your fault, right?
Well, I slightly overthrew Julio.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't running as fast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
say. I still blame him for this.
Yeah, as you should.
Like Julio Jones.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Ball in the air, you 1-on-1, like you're supposed to be running.
Yeah, run through it.
Run through it.
Yeah, come on, man. But are you lobbying Shanahan to get some more opportunities to throw the pigskin, man? Because you only got 8 attempts, man. I feel like you should have way more than that.
Yeah, Mike's been waiting. Mike McDaniel, he's been waiting. We didn't get to throw one in 2016, so he's like, "Man, I got you." He's like, we'll see. So
you about to make the Hall of Fame as a passer, man. Watch.
That'll be cool.
The rating, man.
Hey, man. Okay.
Technically, I'm 1-0 and starting quarterback now.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, there you go. Undefeated. Nobody can say that, man.
I like
Nobody
that.
Can say that.
Nobody can take that away from you.
The Redskins game was first play of the game.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
We ended up winning, so count as
starter. Yeah, look at
that. That's awesome. Hey, man, in 2019, you were traded to the Patriots from the Falcons. I'm not going to bring up that Super Bowl because I know that was a heartbreaker, and I'm sure that still sticks with you. But I'm curious, after you got to the Patriots, did anybody give you a hard time about that game and kind of talk to you? Tell us a little bit about some of that back and forth, man. What were they saying to you?
It was just a bunch of different stuff. Like, hey, we finish over here, or just a bunch of different stuff. But I just took it and ran with it. It was cool. I mean, it's part of football. They beat us fair and square. I mean, they hustled, they came back, but you could see why they were able to. I mean, those guys, the type of shape that they were in, type of shape that they are in, they work extremely hard. So it makes sense why they were able to make that comeback so late.
Yeah, definitely. I know everyone listening is curious what it's like to play with Tom Brady, but I want to know how you seen him eat. Does he really eat always healthy, or do you ever catch him sneaking some ho-hos or a filet of fish or something? Man?
I've never seen him sneaking the snack. Like, I see Tom going to back, he gets his meal, he eats it, then boom, he's going to the next meeting or whatever he got going next.
He probably hides some Cheetos in them wristbands or something, man.
He has to, but I don't believe it. He drinks nothing but water. He eats healthy.
Wow. Did you take anything from your time playing with him? I know it wasn't a long period of time, but what did you take from being around him?
I just saw how how intentional he was, the way he worked. Like every moment, every second of every day, he was always working on something, whether he's in the building. And it was cool to see because you understand why he's the best to ever do it. Mm-hmm. Every walkthrough, he's walking through his steps, making the throws without a ball, but he's going through the mechanics. Like every type of walkthrough, taking extra reps. Me and him used to try to get extra reps between periods because, I mean, we didn't have training camp. We didn't have the first 8 weeks. We didn't have any of the time. And that's tough. I mean, I don't care who you are. It's tough trying to build chemistry with even the best quarterback ever, and within 6 weeks. Like it's extremely hard. So we were trying to catch up, and we both wish we had more time with each other.
Did that piss you off a little bit, honestly? Because when you got cut by the Patriots, because you had developed a really good relationship with Cam, you guys were working out together in the summer and everything like that. I was expecting big things. Or was that just a business, man?
It was business. Yeah. Like I wasn't gonna take a pay cut, so.
Good for you.
It was just, I earned what I earned. I'm not going to take a pay cut just because of whatever y'all have going on. Y'all was going to release me. I'm going to release me, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'll always bet on myself. I'm a hardworking guy, and I know what I can do. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to show people who I am.
Good for you, bro.
See, I didn't even realize that. So they asked you to take a pay cut, and if you had, then obviously you would have stayed on the team at that point. I didn't even realize that angle. Okay, interesting.
Nobody knows that. It's just
exclusive.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, for sure. I'm giddy to ask you this next question, man, because I've always wanted to ask someone in the league this question, man. On Twitter, whenever there's a debate about a player, it doesn't matter who it is, right? Someone comes to a player's defense. Oh, so-and-so sucks. No, they're good. Whenever someone says something nice, someone's like, oh, that's so-and-so's burner account, probably, right? So I've always wanted to ask someone in the league, what percentage of NFL players do you think actually have like a social media burner account so they can kind of keep an eye on what people are saying and maybe stick up for themselves and shit?
I really don't. I would say a bunch of the coolers. The guys that care about stuff like that,
right?
Yeah, I don't think the guys that are focused on getting the job done care about stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
for sure. So percentage, like less than 10%. Like, what do you think, man?
I don't know. You gotta look into the league and see the bunch of guys that feed into stuff like that.
Yeah. Last couple.
Know what I'm saying?
No, you're good. I was just gonna say last couple questions here, brother. Julio Jones is a guy that you had a lot of success playing alongside in Atlanta. He was recently traded to Titans. How much do you think Julio still has in the tank?
Oh, Julio has a whole lot in the tank. It's Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Like people may say, like, and that's the thing, like, it's NFL. I mean, you're not gonna feel great all the time. You're not gonna. Everybody's dealing with injuries, and you're not gonna have the best season all the time. But you have those type of guys that have the mentality that knows who they are. They're going to work to prove themselves right, not what everybody else is saying. And Julio is one of those guys. Me and Julio were very similar in the way we think and operate. We understand each other very well. We have a close relationship. So me and him trained with each other this off season for about a week down in
that's awesome.
In the Bahamas. And he's going to do some crazy stuff this year, I feel.
I'm sure.
Nice.
I'm not going to ask you to pick who you think is going to win the quarterback battle. That's out of your hands. But are you comfortable with the quarterbacks that you guys do have with the 49ers this year? And what do you expect from your team coming into this year?
I'm comfortable with both of them. They're both really good quarterbacks, and they're both going to make us win games, whoever wins the job. So I'm confident in that. I'm confident in both of them. I know the team is all about just us working together, working towards that one common goal, coming each day, stacking those days.
Yep.
Hey, man, I know you said you're in great shape. I'm curious, is it true that you've been using this ozone sauna device? I heard it's called the Hocket. I was just on their website. I was checking it out, right? And I'm like, I want one of these, but I want to talk to someone who's actually used it,
Yeah. I'm definitely trying to get one of these.
This is it right here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Damn,
we're getting a tour.
What's up?
Yeah. It's legit, bro.
So how does it work, brother? Give us a little idea of how it works.
I'll give y'all a little.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me flip the camera.
Yeah, okay.
Make it easier.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, it looks like a space machine, man.
Yeah.
It is. So you have the set control screen. Oops. Why is it sideways?
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So there's the control screen right here. And it does show you the temperature. It has ozone right here. It has 2 different forms of ozone. It has the steam, and then it has check your heart, your pulse while you're in the machine to make sure it's not going abnormally high. And usually in it for 30 minutes, but it has the CO2,
nice,
and oxygen machine, and they all pump in together to pump into the ozone. So it pumps ozone through here through this one tube. So it's pumping in here to soak into your pores, and you get oxygen pumped through your nostrils, so you're breathing it in.
Wow. So how long? Oh shit!
Dang!
It has this Hugo PMF that you plug into the back here.
Wow!
And it literally it's like a stem while you're in it at the same time. So you're getting infrared lighting through here.
Ooh,
wow!
Infrared lights come out of here, and then you're getting steam. The steam comes through out of here.
Dang!
And then you're getting the PMF. You'll feel it from your back and your ass, and you put your feet down here to feel it on your feet. So basically your whole body is getting that electric pulse.
Wow.
But I sit in it for 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes sessions at a time. And it's phenomenal. Literally, I get in every day.
Wow.
Man, I'll be coming out there feeling fresh. It
makes me feel great.
I'm sure.
Honestly, like, I'm so glad I was able to get one of these. And it's literally like helped me train harder, longer.
Yeah.
So you're in there every day. How long have you been using it for?
Been using it for about 3-4 months now.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Mm-hmm. How much you talked about how good you feel. I mean, how much of that, obviously you're putting in a ton of work, but how much can that machine be credited to how good you feel right now?
Oh, I would say a lot, because I'm able to like train harder every day. Like usually like guys train and you get sore. Like literally I'll train. Like if people see how I train, they would be like, how you train like this every day?
Yeah.
Because I have that, and I have my team that helps me recover. So it's like, it's a big process, but you got to really invest in yourself, and you got to really take the time if you want to, accomplish something that's, never really been done.
Yeah.
As someone who follows the 49ers closely and grew up rooting for them, man, there's been some injuries in the Niners the last couple of years. I feel like everybody needs that machine, man. Don't hog that for yourself, man. Make sure everybody's healthy and feeling good.
I've been telling the guys, man, I have one. I'm gonna have one out there in San Francisco. I told them to come up and check it out. But I'm excited for it.
Y'all just gonna be running through players
throughout the season.
Yeah, y'all just gonna be running through players now with this thing, man. You're like Superman out there and shit.
It helps with your endurance. It helps with your focus. It helps with, it does so many different various things for you.
Yeah,
like I can feel everything every day, and great nights of sleep after. It's wonderful.
I need to get one of these, man.
That's all. Heck yeah, man. I do a little nutrition coaching on the side, and I always talk to my clients about the lymphatic system and how important that is. And the sauna technology is great for that, because you're getting the sweat going. And then you got the ozone technology. Like every cell in the body needs oxygen. And so you're just flooding the body with all that oxygen, and you're sweating at the same time. That's why I was all geeked out about it when I saw it. So we appreciate you giving us the tour, man.
Not a problem, man. I'm gonna hop in after I get off with y'all.
Sweet,
man. Why you gotta brag, man, and make us jealous? You got the massage, and then you're jumping in that machine afterwards.
I'm about to get in a Volvo. He about to get in this little.
Hey, man, you're more than welcome to come check it out.
We will, man. We will. Yeah, for sure, brother. Hey, everybody, check him out on Twitter. It's Mo_12 _ Sanu. Instagram at Mohamed Sanu. Also check out his apparel line, beantalk12.net. I was on there earlier. They got some zip ups. They got some hoodies. Got some t-shirts. They got some onesies. I got a 9-month-old son, man. I'm about to snag one of those for my son, brother. So
that's dope. Congrats, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Bean talk. Get that little bean and some bean.
Yeah,
talk,
I'm gonna get that little bean and some bean talk, man, for sure. I'll send you a picture, brother, for sure. Hey, man, thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. We'd love to talk to you again sometime, brother.
For sure, man. Y'all some great people. Anytime we'll set it up soon.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Have a good day, Mo.
Thanks so much,
man. Good luck
man.
this season, brother. We're going to be rooting for you big time, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Beanie talk, y'all.
All right. Peace, brother. Peace.
Take care.
Hey, Tony, let's take a quick second to tell everybody about one of our favorite sponsors.
Yeah, man. This is 1740 Beard Balm, and you can learn more about them at 1740beardbalm.com. I'm actually going to show you a couple of these different canisters because they got some really cool art that I really appreciate. This is their signature product. It's their beard balm. So if you've got a big old burly beard out there, you want to make sure and check out this product. But they've got other stuff too, guys. They've got your chapstick. They've got your beard soap. Make sure you check out 1740 Beard Balm, because as Chad and I talk about often, a beard is a hygiene thing.
Yeah,
you got to brush your teeth, you got to wash your face, and you got to wash your beard.
Yeah,
for
Can't
sure.
Be stinking got mustard in your beard trying to talk to a female. That's not going to work.
Nope.
Unless she is equally as disgusting, she's probably not going to let you get on.
Chad, if there's a female that needs the beard balm, then we've got trouble, man.
Yeah, you got to put on the Adam's apple. Who knows? But yeah, check them out, 1740beardbalm.com. All right, that was Mohamed Sanu Sr. What a great interview, dude. We got an inside look. We got a little tour of his crib and stuff, man. Cool ass dude, man. Awesome that he took the time to talk to us.
Yeah, man. And he had some really good things to say about Trey Lance, too. And really, I would argue, how many people on the planet know more about Trey Lance's NFL transition than Mohamed Sanu, who's been working out with him on a regular basis away from the 49ers facility. So this guy knows Trey Lance better than anybody, and he had some really nice things to say about him as well. Yeah,
if you're a 49er fan, it's hard to listen to that and not be excited as hell about the upcoming season and Trey Lance's potential, because you heard it from Mohamed Sanu. That guy's been in the league a long time. He's played with some of the best quarterbacks in the league, best quarterbacks in NFL history. And he gave him a glowing review, man. He said he's a hard worker. And I think if I'm a 49ers fan, I'm pretty juiced up after that.
Yeah, and like I said during the interview, let's not forget this guy has caught passes from Matthew Stafford, from Matt Ryan, Tom Brady. Probably three of the best quarterbacks of this generation. Yeah. And so he knows a good talent when he sees one. And so, yeah, that was definitely nice to hear. And then how about the news that he mentioned about, and this is an exclusive, telling us that the Patriots actually asked him to take a pay cut, and he was like, nah.
Good for him, man. I wouldn't either. Like, nah, dog. And the Patriots always trying to make people take a pay cut, man. How about one of y'all take a pay cut? You know what I'm saying?
Robert Kraft.
Yeah, Robert Kraft. Bill Belichick.
Take a pay cut.
Billy, why don't you take a pay cut, motherfucker? It was really interesting to hear that, man, because I didn't know that. I was researching.
Nobody did, apparently.
This guy's career frontwards and backwards, and I didn't hear any of that and any of this stuff that I was reading. And so that's really interesting, man. That's really cool to get that inside information, man. And you see what this guy does to keep himself in shape. I mean, he's getting stretched out during the interview. This guy takes no time off, man. And like he said, as soon as he gets done, he's about to get in his little recovery chamber thing there, whatever. What's it called, man?
In the hocket, man.
In the hocket, man.
Yo, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Like the girth, that would take up my entire condo.
I'd be cocky as hell if I had one of them things, man. I'd just be walking around just like, yeah, motherfucker, I was in a hocket today. What you doing?
What's a hocket? Well, let me tell you about it.
Yeah.
No, for real, dude. That device was legit, and he's got it in his home.
Yeah, and what's also really encouraging for him and for 49er fans is that the offensive coordinator this year is a guy that he's super familiar with. As we mentioned in the interview, Mike McDaniel. And that guy's giving him glowing reviews in the offseason. He said he came in with something to prove, and he's gone out there and worked his ass off, man. And from everything I've read about training camp, they're really impressed with what he's done so far.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we've heard that in the news from Mike McDaniel, and then Grant Cohn, who we have a connection with, has said glowing reviews about him as well. And believe me, if he wasn't looking good, we'd know, because Grant can be very critical when people aren't looking good. By all accounts, Mohamed Sanu is really set to do some big things this year. And like you said, as a 49er fan, it's exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. I'd be super excited if I was a 49ers fan.
Yeah, because who's on that receiving core?
Yeah.
We got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. Now you throw a healthy Mohamed Sanu in the mix. You got a guy like Richie James, who hasn't put up gaudy numbers in the past, but he can be a real deep threat, and I think super underrated. He had a game last year where he had over 150 yards. He's got a ton of talent. And now, again, you add Mohamed Sanu into this offense, and watch out.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a defensive coordinator trying to defend Kyle Shanahan with Garoppolo and or Lance and that receiving core? Oh, yeah, and by the way, George Kittle, who might be perhaps the best tight end in football.
Top two, if not,
I think Mohamed Sanu is going to have every opportunity to get open this year.
I think he is, and that's a guy that you got to root for, man. If he's, especially, even if he's not on your team, I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm going to be watching his games this year. He definitely made me a fan. He's such a cool dude. And you tell, look at this guy. I mean, it's July, and this guy's working his ass off. I mean, he's a professional football player. Of course, these guys are putting in the time and the work, but you don't see the level, the degree to which they're putting in work. We're sitting here talking to him in the afternoon in July, and he's getting work done. He's getting ready to go take care of his body. I'm sure he's eating incredibly well. He looks like he's in great shape, doing all the right things. That's a guy you always got to root for, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's putting in the work now, and kind of like he talked about in that Super Bowl, where he said by the way, I thought that was an interesting piece of the interview too.
Yeah.
I've not heard the conditioning angle for a potential explanation of why the Falcons may have lost that game. Everybody likes to blame Kyle Shanahan for the play calling. And what he said was that they were in really great shape.
Yeah.
And that's why they were able to do what they did in the fourth quarter. And that is worth talking about.
Yeah, I wonder if that's one of the reasons why. I mean, I'm sure he's always been a hard worker. We know that he came from Rutgers and made a name for himself in the NFL. But I wonder if that has something to do with the motivation for why he continues to work so hard. I read, he's got a speed coach. He's got all these. He's got a guy to help him recover, as you see. Was it Tammy? Is that what he said her name was?
I think so. I can.
Yeah, that was there helping him stretch out and everything like that in the middle of the day, man. So he's putting in the work. I'd expect big things from him this year.
Yeah, for sure. It's exciting. And the thing is, I don't think a lot of other people are. You and I are, because we've done so much research on him.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, remember we had Dave Richard on the show, and we're releasing an interview with Adam Levitan soon. Those guys are really in the loop on trying to predict who's going to have a breakout year.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious if they're on Mohamed Sanu as a potential
They should be after this
candidate.
interview, man, because we got some insider information. He looks like he's in great shape. And he had, a couple unfortunate injuries, but it looks like he's back on track. It looks like he's healthy. He's obviously taking care of his body. It's going to be a big year for him and for 49er fans, it looks like, man.
Yeah.
I'd be excited, dude. And that's one of the first that's some of the most information that we've gotten about Trey Lance, right? You're a big 49er guy.
Man.
This is some of the most information that we've gotten. So I know you were excited about this interview, but that's some of the most information that we've gotten about Trey Lance's career and his development and what he's been able to do this summer. And not a lot of people are getting that type of information, man.
Yeah, it's true. And about Trey Lance and also about him, I really liked when Mohamed Sanu said, I'm in the best shape that I've been in. And I'm not just saying that because everybody says that, because you and I know, Chad, that every year during this time of the off season, we get all these articles about so-and-so's in the best shape of their life. It's like the writers have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure we knew this isn't bullshit. I'm not blowing smoke. I really am in the best shape of my life. So that was refreshing to hear too.
You could tell, man. Yeah, you could tell. He looks amazing, man. He looks good. So super, super exciting if you're a 49ers fan, man, to hear all that positive stuff about Trey Lance and everything. And Mohamed Sanu is going to just add to that dangerous receiving core, like you said, man. So
yeah, for sure. Great interview, man. That was a lot of fun, for sure. And hey, he invited us to go check out that space machine, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm like calling him and shit. He's like, yo. I'm like, yo, what's up, Mo? He's like, who the hell is this? I'm like, it's Chad, man. He's like, Chad, who? I don't know no Chads. I'm like, yeah, man. You said I could come check out your space machine. He's like, motherfucker, you better get off my property. You better get out. Someone call security now. He's probably got a security button on that damn thing too. Hey, security. Like, I'm in the space machine, motherfucker. It's occupied. Okay.
And dude, how about him talking about his son?
Yeah, that's
routes
beautiful, man.
and stuff?
I love that, dude. That's something I can't wait. I'm a big basketball guy. I tell my girlfriend about this almost every day, man, how I can't wait to take my son play basketball, show him moves, do the things with him. If you haven't seen it, go to his Twitter. The pinned tweet is a video of him and his son passing back a Gatorade bottle and everything, man. It's so adorable. It's so cute, man. I watched it like 10 times. I'm not gonna lie, I just cracked up laughing.
That's
You can tell he's a great father too, in addition to being a great player in the NFL, man. So it's great to have guys on like that, man. Guys that you can root for, that are good people, that are taking the time to be great fathers and putting that work and time, man. You saw like his son called in the middle of the interview and everything, man. That was beautiful for sure.
Absolutely.
Another thing that's beautiful is OddsShark, man. OddsShark is your source for the latest odds from leading authorities, expert editorial content, and detailed matchup picks. Looking for statistics and trends for an upcoming game? OddsShark has that too, and it's right. In-depth, expert analysis, stats, numbers, and trends to help you make the sharp game day picks. Whether you want to check out tonight's football odds, this week's hockey or basketball trends, or anything in between, head on over to OddsShark and start thinking like a shark today. The go-to resource for the DNP-CD Sports Podcast. And if you would have listened to our last interview with Pam Maldonado from OddsShark, we had her on in studio. She gave us some insider information that ended up being right. Could have won yourself some money, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. She was all over that Italian. Gosh, his name's escaping me right now. It begins with a B.
Yeah,
he was
we can find out.
Yeah, he was a 12 seed in the Wimbledon tournament, and he's done quite well so far. She said that he was an underdog candidate, and he was 12-1 to win the tournament. And you're pretty happy right now at this point. Berrettini, thank you, man. That name was escaping me for sure.
Don't ask me his first name, but I know it's Berrettini.
but yeah, I actually also, after that interview, Chad, I don't know if you know this, I reached out to Pam on Twitter, and I was looking at one of my websites, and I said, what round do you think Roger Federer is going to be eliminated in?
Mm-hmm.
And they had different odds for, finals, semifinals, quarterfinals, etc. And she said, I'd go quarterfinals.
Oh, wow.
3.5-1 odds.
Did, exactly.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
She absolutely nailed it.
She knew Djokovic was going to be a walk-in into the finals, which it appears as though he is. And so, you should have listened to Pam, man. You could have won some money. Could have won some money on that Roger. You could have won some money on the Berrettini.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming his first name's Marco or something. Or he's Italian. It's Marco Berrettini.
Oh,
Michelangelo Berrettini, something like
one
that.
Of the Ninja Turtles.
One of them. But you could have won some money, man, if you was listening to the DNP-CD Sports Podcast. If you check it out, OddsShark, go over there and check them out, guys, because they got some awesome articles. They're not just like a conglomeration of lines and everything like that. You go on there, you are going to get all the lines from a bunch of different sites, which is vitally important if you're placing a bet, because the numbers are always different. They're different across every different site, and so you want to make sure you're getting the best number, getting the best price, because that has the potential to make you or lose you a few $100 or $1,000 if you're placing a bet. So make sure you head on over to OddsShark. Check out their articles. We got some boxing coming up. Training camp's about to start and everything for NFL, college football is about to start. Go on over there and check them out. Make sure you get the best line. That's oddshark.com, ODDSSHARK.com. Make sure you give us a review. Find us. You can find us on all social media platforms at DNP-CD Sports. Also check out hotpiemedia.com. They have all of our past episodes. They also have a bunch of other awesome podcasts that they produce. Awesome source of great information and entertainment. Go to a podcast source as well, man. Hot Pie takes care of us. We love them here.
Absolutely.
Tony.
If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please do give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're watching on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher or Pandora, wherever the heck you're listening. And we love some iTunes reviews. So if you just take a minute, if you enjoy the show, to give us a 5-star review, it'd mean a lot. And make sure, like Chad said, you check us out on social media at DNP-CD Sports.
All right, guys, we appreciate you guys listening. Please tell your friends about this show. Share this, leave us a review, all that stuff. Check us out on hotpiemedia.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Next week, we'll be back with another awesome guest. Not going to give the name away just yet.
Ooh, it's exciting.
It's exciting, but we got more big names, man. It doesn't stop. We're just going to we're building momentum, getting bigger and bigger guests, and we can't wait to tell you guys about some of the people we got coming up here. So for Tony, I am Chad. This is the DNP-CD Sports Podcast presented by OddsShark. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening. You can find more episodes and all other Hot Pie Media originals baked fresh daily at our home on the web at hotpiemedia.com, the Hot Pie Media YouTube channel, or wherever you listen to podcasts.